guys, so I have compiled a list of, I started saying it was 10, but then I kept adding to it. So we're going to say 12 things that I feel like, 12 items or 12 things that I think you need to know when starting keto. I think they're pretty important, and a couple of them, I say they're 12 because there's two of them are kind of bonuses and they're not really necessary, but you're going to want them, especially when you start out. So the first thing is you're going to want to start using pink Himalayan sea salt because you need your electrolytes. And 3 of the things on my list are part of my electrolytes. This one is the coarse, but I usually use the fine. But this one is the only one I have the container to show you, so I wanted to show you the pink Himalayan sea salt. There's all kinds of benefits in just pink Himalayan sea salt itself. Also look up Soleil water. I've talked about that before. Add that into your routine. You make it with pink salt, so it's a great electrolyte. It helps you with all kinds of things. So yes, Himalayan pink sea salt, number 1. Number 2 is magnesium. So you can buy magnesium drops. You can buy them on Amazon. There's, I can't think of the name right now. If I can think of it, I'll put it down below. It's a blue bottle drops. You can put that into your electrolyte drink or whatever you want, or just whatever, stick it in your mouth. I take a supplement for mine. I use Plexus magnesium supplement because it also has vitamin C and sodium in it. You can use whatever you want. You can use whatever supplement you want. You can use the drops, whatever you want. I also drink the Calm magnesium drink. This one is the one for kids, but I actually use the adult one because I got this one as a sample. I just wanted to show you, but this is magnesium also, which it also has vitamin D and B and vitamin B complexes in here too. But it's very great for your magnesium supplement. You need magnesium and sodium when you're doing keto. The other one is no salt. Sometimes it's called light salt, but it's basically pure potassium. It's 640 milligrams of potassium for 1/4 teaspoon. And you can use it on your food. You can use it to make an electrolyte drink. I make Dr. Berry's Ketorade, which is you're mixing all these things that I'm talking about. And I'll see if I can link it below. But that's what I make for my electrolyte drink and drink it just about every day. The third, so that was 3, sorry. The 4th thing is fats. You want to make sure you get your fats in, especially all the time, but especially at first, because you're going to be like, especially if you're coming off of the standard American diet and Carb City, you're going to want to, you're going to be hungry. You're going to be like craving stuff. You're going to want sugar. You're going to want all the things. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, someone took away my baby. Give it back. So you need fat. The fat is going to fill you up, and the fat is going to help you to burn fat and lose weight. So you want good fat, so you don't want to go out and be eating some canola oil and all that. So you want butter or coconut oil, ghee, avocado oil, olive oil, MCT oil. Avocados are a great source of fat, and they're easy to get in if you like them. I eat one almost every day unless I'm out of them. I love them. I eat them almost every morning if I'm not fasting, or with a lunch or dinner if I am fasting. Bacon grease. Save your bacon grease, guys. It's free. You already bought the bacon. You're getting your free bacon grease, and you can cook with it. I actually have put it in my coffee before. When I'm making bulletproof coffee, it's pretty tasty. So you can reuse it, use it for everything. And lard. I haven't bought lard, but there are some good brands of lard out there that you can use, which are great on keto. So fats, number 4. Make sure you're getting fats in. Number 5, make some fat bombs or some sort of keto dessert for especially the first like 3 to 4 weeks, I think, probably. Especially if you're coming off of a lot of sugar. I didn't personally come off of a lot of sugar because I did paleo before, but my husband did. So when my husband started keto, I make a lot of fat bombs because he has a sweet tooth and he thinks he needs ice cream every night, which a lot of people do. So I make him fat bombs and things like that, and he gets this little sweet tooth dessert, and he's getting some healthy fats in. So look up some fat bomb recipes. I have one on my channel. I'm about to make another recipe and put it on my channel with some peanut butter, or I use almond butter because I can't do peanut butter, with the Lily's chocolate chips. It's super easy, and coconut oil. Super easy. Put them in molds, stick them in the freezer, you're done. Easy peasy. So that's number 5. Make some fat bombs or some sort of fluff, keto fluff or something like that, to get you through the first couple weeks, because you're gonna want something. You're gonna be craving that sweet. That sugar demon is just gonna be like, come back to me, baby, come back. I'm serious, you guys. I know you're gonna feel it. All right. So number 6 is eggs. Eggs are easy meal. They're cheap. You can eat them for breakfast, you can eat them for lunch, you can eat them for dinner. So eggs is a staple, something that you need to have, a lot of eggs. You can make hard-boiled eggs, you can cook them however you want them, like scrambled, fried, whatever. Making your, if you're gonna bake anything, you're gonna need them anyway. So learn to eat eggs, make some egg muffins ahead of time, with your, with stuff in them, keto approved, veggies or meats or whatever, and cheese if you're eating cheese. And make them ahead of time. Put them in a big Ziploc bag, stick them in the fridge, and then you can grab and go if you have to work or whatever. You have no excuse not to have breakfast made already. So there you go for that if you're not fasting. Number 7 is your meats. Make sure you have meats. And I've always eaten grass-fed and all that good stuff, but you don't have to do that to do keto. If you can't afford grass-fed beef, then don't get grass-fed beef. Do what you have to do right now, because the first step is eating better than what you were eating before. So if you're eating Walmart ground beef, yeah, it's not as best of quality as getting the grass-fed beef, but it's better than you going and eating the donuts at the donut shop or getting that sausage McMuffin in the morning at McDonald's. So do what you got to do, okay? So get you some meats, get you some ground beef. Try to get the fattier cut, the 80% lean and all that. Don't go for that extra lean, all that. Get you some chicken. Chicken thighs have the most fat. Chicken thighs, chicken legs, the dark meat. If you find breasts on sale though, get them and you can fatten them up. Add some fat to it, some oil, some cheese, some bacon, all that good stuff. Make some dishes that way. Uncured hot dogs. I still say with hot dogs you should get uncured beef, 100% beef hot dogs, because you don't want hot dogs that are made out of all that junk. You guys want some good hot dogs. If you're going to be eating hot dogs, because they're still cheap item. If you're buying uncured hot dogs, they're still cheaper than buying some other stuff. That can be an easy lunch or an easy dinner that's real easy. Pork, steaks, fish, just about any meat you can think of, as long as it doesn't have sugar in it or it's 0 carb, you're good to go. With bacon, just make sure it says 0 carb. They are cured with sugar. I buy sugar-free bacon because I'm really sensitive to sugar. But if you can't afford sugar-free bacon, just make sure your bacon is 0 carb and you're good to go. Aldi bacon works. Good. Number 8, veggies. Make sure you have some veggies on hand that are keto approved. You can get frozen vegetables. You can get the freeze-dried ones like I use. You can get fresh vegetables, whatever you want. I feel like when you're starting out, you are going to be overwhelmed. So frozen or freeze-dried or whatever vegetables are easier because you don't have to think so much. You don't have so much to do because you don't want to be so overwhelmed with meal prep when you first start that you don't. So, your keto approved vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, bags of spinach or spinach. I always have a tub of spinach and grape tomatoes in my house because if all else fails, I can have a meat and a side salad with some approved dressing. Okay, so that's an easy peasy thing to do. If that's all you can afford, if you can only pick one vegetable to eat all week, then do that, and maybe cauliflower or broccoli and cauliflower or something like that. But there are others. You can have asparagus, you can have cabbage is a cheap keto vegetable. Fry it up in some bacon grease or some butter, salt, pepper, garlic. It's yum. Throw some bacon pieces in there. There you go. Cucumbers are cheap and they're really good. You can have them in your salad. You can have them to dip into stuff. So they're great for that. Pickles. You can have pickles. I'm not a big pickle fan, but I always get them for my husband, and I also like to keep the juice around for more potassium, more electrolytes, okay? You can drink it if you're getting leg cramps. Brussels sprouts, green beans, okay? Those are all good for your keto veggies. I'm sure there's some I'm forgetting, like squash, things like that, zucchini. But look at what's on sale that week and get what's on sale, or just stick with a salad or whatever you think you need. Okay, so that's all the veggies, number 8. Number 9, cheese. Get you some hard cheese, real cheese. Don't get like Laughing Cow and all that stuff. Try to stick with your real cheeses, you know, and shred your own if you can. It's much better. Our Thrive freeze-dried cheese is pretty good. It doesn't have a lot of stuff in it, and it doesn't have carbs, except one of them. I think one of them has 1 carb, but the rest of them are 0. But anyway, you want to have some cheese because you're going to want that for some recipes. Don't overdo it on the cheese, guys, or the dairy, because I did that at first because it came from paleo, and I was like, ooh, I want all the cheese. And that's why I'm kind of taking a break from it right now, because it can stall you if you eat too much or have too much heavy whipping cream. 10, almond flour, because just about every recipe you find that you bake something in keto has almond flour in it. So that's why I would say get that. You can always add other things to it later, like coconut flour and other baking staples and things like that. But start out with almond flour and you should be good to go as far as making some other things. Okay, so that was number 10. Number 11 and 12, these were kind of the bonus ones. So number 11 is get you some drinks that you like that are keto, whether it's the coffee that you use with some sort of either heavy whipping cream or whatever creamer situation you need to do. If you are coming off of Diet Coke, it's okay to take it slow coming off of that, because one step at a time, right? Okay, so but a good replacement for Diet Coke, if you're on Coke or regular Coke, is the Zevia drinks. My husband drinks those now. I've been off of Diet Cokes for like 6 years, so I never had to do that going on the keto, but he is. So I've been buying the Zevia drinks, and they're super sweet to me, even though they're sweet with stevia, but they're really good for someone coming off of the Diet Coke. I'll drink one every now and then, but they're just really sweet to me. But yeah, if you're coming off of diet drinks, get you some Zevia. I drink LaCroix or Pellegrino or Perrier. Those are a nice little treat to have a drink that's not just plain water or tea. Bone broth, I drink that a lot. Tea, drink iced tea. You can make that passion tea that they have at Starbucks at home, a lot cheaper, and add your whipping cream, or have it plain unsweet at home. So that's number 11 is get some sort of drinks that you like, especially if you're coming off of sweet stuff. You need a replacement, because if you don't give yourself a replacement, the sugar demon is going to be like, "Wah, come here." So make sure you get something for that. Number 12, I just added this one because I think it's important if you are, like I said, coming off of sugar and also needing to bake something or needing to sweeten your coffee or sweeten fat bombs or whatever. Get you a keto sweetener. There's a whole bunch of them. If you've not tried any of them, buy one, use it up. If you don't like it, then next time get a different one. Because there's Swerve, there's stevia, there's erythritol, there's xylitol, which if you have dogs, don't get xylitol because it's very poisonous to dogs. Monk fruit. If you get stevia or if you get some of them are blends, so read the labels, and if it has, you want to make sure that it's got doesn't have Splenda mixed into it, because sometimes they'll have a blend that's like stevia and erythritol, and then you'll see it has sucralose. You don't want that, so stay away from that. But just read your labels. You'll get used to reading the labels, and most of them are pretty easy. I buy the Swerve or the Now brand of erythritol, and I buy stevia sometimes. I haven't bought the monk fruit yet. I'll let you know when I try that. But that's number 12, y'all. That is my number 12 bonus of tips that I think that you need to know when you're first starting. Drink your electrolyte. I'm telling you that the Keto recipe is really great from Dr. Berry, and you can adjust it for your liking. I he uses Pellegrino to make it. I don't always have Pellegrino, so I'll just use my Brita filter and put water, use that water, and it tastes just as good to me. If you want a treat, then you add the sparkling water to it. And you can adjust what things you put in it. So I'm gonna try to post that link below so you guys can see that. And if this is helpful for you guys, please like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if there's any other things that you'd like to see, any tips you want to know, any meals that you would like to see made, or anything like that. So put that down in the comments, you guys, and I will see you soon, and keto on.